Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Hill. Schiff knocks McCarthy's vow of removal from Intelligence Committee. CNN, Schiff responds to McCarthy's vow to remove him from committee. Fox News, McCarthy vows to remove Swalwell, Schiff, and others from House committees. NBC News, Democrats slam Kevin McCarthy over his vow to remove them from committees. It's all over now. Adam Schiff will no longer be part of the House Intel Committee. What took place was Twitter had become a vector for information that misinforms. Yes, the nightmare of Democrats. It already existed. And it existed because you had people within, we can say, the intelligence, the wonderful intelligence community, who came to the conclusion that Trump was a Kremlin operative, or that he could have been. And then you had Adam Schiff running investigations based on pure suspicion and nothing more. There was never a reason to investigate Trump. Never. He never worked with, nor was there any evidence in the tens of billions of dollars we spend in terms of intelligence that he was compromised or that he worked with another country. You had a high to moderate confidence assessment by James Clapper and others. This was an assessment. This is like me saying that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. That's my assessment, and my assessment is then confirmed by the Republican Senate Intel Committee with Richard Burr, the Republican, confirming an assessment. Oh, well, he confirmed? Oh, okay, he confirmed my viewpoint that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. They never guaranteed anything. When John Brennan was asked, does he have evidence? He goes, I don't do evidence, I do intelligence. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen, right now. Share this everywhere. This is huge. The pendulum has already shifted towards Trump Republicans. Trump Republicans run the House of Representatives. They're going to investigate Hunter, impeach Joe on potential felonies. Graft is a serious crime. It's not just he pressured somebody into looking into his political rival, as Democrats investigated Trump endlessly everywhere and took information apparently from foreign intel against Trump. That's how this all was started. If you read The Guardian and other publications, they were given a tip by the UK and others that Trump could have been compromised. So we had to investigate, and we needed Adam Schiff to tell us. So he was constantly in the news, always wrong about everything. Oh, he has evidence, circumstantial, but he has somewhere in between direct and circumstantial. And oh my God. And the Red Scare McCarthy era was started by people within the Democratic Party, especially Congressman Schiff. And before that, he was defending Hillary Clinton's use of private servers, siphoning classified data outside of the United States government, top secret intel outside of the United States government. That's according to James Comey. So, like, all the corruption from Hunter to private servers to all of that, that's viewed as conspiratorial nonsense by Democrats because they're ignorant. They don't know what their political side is capable of or gets away with. Okay, Trump did not commit a crime. That's why when they investigate him in Georgia, when they investigate Trump in New York, when they investigate Trump with the federal government, with the Mueller probe, now with this new special counsel, they didn't find anything. They're not going to find anything because he didn't commit a crime. Okay? That's the reason. They're investigating to find something to take down Trump. Hit subscribe right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel. You can see that everything that I've been saying for over a year has already taken place and will take place, unfortunately, more so. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. If you want to support my work long-term, my Patreon is below. If there is a site that you would prefer that's better than Patreon, give me that, what if you see other content creators that they have a site up that's better than Patreon, please go ahead below and tell me the site in the comment section. But if you want to support my work long-term, my Patreon is below. And if you want to give a super thanks, the super thanks is right next to the like and the share buttons. Definitely also watch the latest short, Republicans Should Thank God for Donald Trump. Adam Schiff was the most vocal, influential Democrat, House Intel Committee was very, very important. And it was very important in relaying information from the intel community to the press and media and to basically the DOJ as well. And so what he was able to do is serve as an intermediary, a conduit, a spokesman for the intelligence community. Now you'll have, or loyalists, I should say, of the Democratic Party within those agencies. So any accusation against Trump, like this whole thing with Mar-a-Lago, was started by a Democrat. I'm not sure if it was in the House Intel, but a Democrat who wrote to the National Archives. The National Archives wasn't going to go straight to the Federal Bureau of Investigation or Department of Justice. But a Democrat said, well, Trump, he's mishandling classified data. This is terrible, terrible. And then it became a big deal. But they didn't get him on mishandling classified data. They could have gotten Clinton. But Hillary was saved by Comey, and then Comey, because it was such a botched investigation, a week before found more classified data floating around. Then he wrote the Comey letter. But the Comey letter also was basically, hey, you know what? I have the goods on you. So when you become president, better not fire me. Trump comes in, fires Comey. Then everything just, the entire political system goes bonkers. Because the notion was, oh, well, Comey's investigating Trump, and he's getting fired, and so, oh my God, this is the rule of law. The rule of law has nothing to do with people who are unelected accusing incoming candidates of being compromised by another country. You could investigate every single president, Democrat and Republican, based on that absurd allegation. You need evidence. Now, we don't even know how much money, but it was about $30 billion between the three agencies that said that, according to Schiff, Trump was compromised or worked with the Kremlin. $30 billion, and you couldn't find evidence of money flow, emails, contacts that Trump had within intelligence agencies, nothing but a dossier that was literally fabricated. So that vector of information, you have this this research in this Ivy League school found that, without the moderation team of all liberal Democrats who want to take down Trump, Twitter will become a source of information that misinforms. And so the Steele dossier was celebrated. The actual journalism that pointed to Hunter's crimes, the New York Post was suspended. Twitter, along with Congressman Schiff, along with loyalists within the U.S. intelligence community and others, went after Trump, and the information that misinforms, the information that is not true, Democrats believe as gospel. Trump compelled people in January with his tweets. Well, then why wasn't he indicted? Oh, well, no. They make statements, leaps of logic. That's why Kanye West, that's why Ye is gaining traction with his leaps of logic. We live in a country, in a world now, where you can make a leap of logic based solely on emotion. That's why when Yad Vashem had to refute AOC's distorted historical revisionism. And I wrote about that in the Jerusalem Post. But when you live, Adam Schiff, he didn't understand it, but he paved the way for Kanye West. Democrats don't see this because they make so many absurd leaps of logic, and they say Trump's words cause bigotry. That's an absurd leap of logic. But when they've cried wolf so often pertaining to, bigoted statements that now when you have Kanye West, saying something that's an absurd leap of logic, now it's okay, wait, society has to actually explain this is why it makes no sense. It's irrational. It's counterproductive. I explained that in 2 segments prior to this one. You start off by confusing and manipulating the emotions of Democrats who were scorned and lost and wanted some reason to believe why they lost. The entire American political system was pummeled by Trump in 2016. Everybody thought that he would lose. I said that, and I wrote in the Hill, the Huffington Post Salon, that Trump would defeat Clinton. And on this channel. And when that happened, you had people like Congressman Schiff manipulate, lie, and basically tell the world that he had evidence that Trump was working with another country. The opposite was true. He had no evidence. Now he's being removed. He won't have that power or influence anymore because of Kevin McCarthy. Give me your thoughts below. I mean, Kevin McCarthy will eventually become the Speaker of the House, but there's a question mark now. It could be somebody else. Stay tuned. Hit subscribe and watch the next segment on the Speaker and the competition for Speaker of the House.